Fucking Rambo is saying first. Nice.
Okay, guys, we are live. This is the Irish Podcast, episode 44, and the first episode of 2018. I am the Titanfall Princess, and this is the Irish Podcast. But enough about me. We're going to have the panel introduce themselves and tell us what they've been playing. Some people are running late, so I don't know whether they're going to show or not. So we have a small panel right now, but we're just going to take it from here. Rambo, go ahead.
Let's see. I've been playing a little bit of everything. Right now, I'm currently playing Murdered Soul Suspect on the PS3 for the Platinum. And I went out and purchased a PS3 and a PS Vita so that way I could go after some easy Platinums. And right now, I'm messing with the PS3 right now, going through some of them, and Murdered Soul Suspect is the game I'm playing now.
Okay, cool. And next up, we got Super Snow.
You know, if this is an Irish podcast, where's my free beer? Now I'm playing. Yo, what's up, guys? Me, Super Snow. What I've been playing, oh baby, I just bought me one of them PlayStation 4s, and I'm going to town on that son bitch, man.
Tell us about it. Tell us about how you feel about having a PlayStation 4.
I'm like a kid in the candy. You know, a friend of mine put on Twitter that I've been acting like a kid in the candy store with this thing, and he's absolutely right, man. I've been putting like 20 hours in the Final Fantasy 15. I'm replaying Resident Evil 5 with friends, which is always a fun time. I'm playing Last of Us, which is a goddamn masterpiece. And I'm playing Bloodborne, which is another masterpiece, man. I'm in love. I'm definitely going to be playing a lot more PlayStation, man. And this is coming from a guy who's been playing on PC for like 6 years straight now. So I'm thoroughly impressed. But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Join the PlayStation Nation, huh?
Oh, hell yeah, I am.
Good for you. Welcome aboard. We're glad to have you. Okay. And listen, anytime you want to play those games, you hit me up. We can play. All right. Mm-hmm. Trust me, you'll have a lot of people that are going to want to play certain games with you. Do you play fighting games?
I would, but I get too salty because I'm not good at learning combos, which is pretty much what you got to do in the fighting game. So, and I mean, personally, I love them. I love their art style. I love the characters, but I just can't get into it.
No, okay. Well, I was going to say we could play sometime, but we'll play other games instead.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll do other games instead. Okay, because I don't want you to get salty, you know.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. Well, now before we get into our actual gaming topics, I just have to I have to get this off my chest, okay? I know you all had to have seen it or at least heard about that Paul Logan video. Mm-hmm. Logan Paul video. Excuse me. Said his name backwards. Who cares? Because he's ass backwards. If you know, my thing is that, you know, my personal opinion about it is that I'm tired of these big YouTubers getting away with doing dumbass shit because they have millions of subs. But smaller YouTubers like you and I who only have 1,000 subs, you know, a couple thousand subs or even 10,000 subs, whatever, even 500 subs, can't upload a regular video without YouTube getting on our asses, striking our channels down. Now, to me, I thought the video was disgusting, okay? And, you know, you filming a dead person, okay? First of all, you don't have respect for that person, okay? And you and your people were laughing, okay? So he ain't the only one that should get ridiculed here. A lot of people should get ridiculed. Yeah, he put it up, but all those people around him were laughing as well, okay? That stuff's not funny. He disrespected the people's family, as well as that. You don't know what that guy went through in his life. You don't know. People go through a lot of pain and just can't take it anymore. Okay, you don't know what happened. And I feel that his apology wasn't sincere because if nobody got on his ass, he would never apologize.
Of course not.
And if he really felt that deep apology, he would have never done it in the first place. So to me, he was trying to make a joke out of something, which I think is wrong. So I just want to hear what you guys thought about that video, because to me, it actually disgusted me. And I think he should be flagged down for months, if not taking his shit down, because you're making a lot of money. I mean, yeah, I know they took this video down, but
they didn't even take it down. He had to manually do it himself because it was actually like number 10 on the trending page. YouTube, they were actually getting flagged for it, and YouTube put it back up without even an age restriction. So YouTube didn't even give a flying fuck about it.
But see, that's my point, because when I put up stuff, if I, and if I cuss or do whatever, I have to make sure it has, an age restriction on it, or I'll get flagged,
or get demonetized. Either one.
Well, I don't get money for this shit. So,
right.
But I'll get my channel. I'll get flagged or something, or they'll take my channel down for 3 months or so. Like, that's how I got taken down months ago. Somebody went to an old video that was, whoa, how old? God, that thing must have been almost 2 years old. I forgot it was even up there. It was something to do with some street fighting, but it was a self-defense thing. Somebody took it the wrong way. YouTube took my channel down for 3 months over that. But you won't take him putting this shit down. He don't, nothing happens to him, right?
Well, the funniest thing about it is if you actually watch the entire video, the amount of disrespect that he shows to everybody over there by acting like the biggest ass clown I've ever seen. I mean, yeah, of course, the main focus was him going to that forest and acting a slap fool and laughing at a dead body. But the entire video is just nothing but him acting like a slap fool, just disrespecting as much as he can in Japan, making all of us Americans look like even worse than we already do, because this is what everybody's seeing. This is the big video and the big news from some American tourists that all these Japanese people are seeing, and it's disgusting. And everything that he did was just absolutely wrong.
No. Yeah, but you got to realize that one guy next to him with the dark hair, he was another one was getting him under because he was laughing his ass off, and she was laughing. The other girl was laughing her ass off. There was one guy that looked kind of like shocked out of the four. The other three were bullshit. And I saw different clips that he put up afterwards of certain things. And I saw the one where the Japanese, I guess they had a guide, and he was like, we have to call the police. And he had a cell phone, and he was calling the police to report it.
My thing with this is like, people are trying to say that it's a defense mechanism to laugh at it. It's like, okay, maybe if one person was laughing, but everybody was. If that's a defense mechanism, that's pretty bad, man. Like, you might want to. And I said this in the video that I uploaded, that like if your first thought is to laugh at a dead body, not to mention walk up to it with the camera, you might want to get your head checked, man. You might need to get some genuine mental help, because that's not right, man. Something's wrong with your head.
What about posing near it?
Yeah, that too. And
listen, my initial reaction would be, I'll see a dead body, I'll be like, huh? Well, I'd probably drop my camera. I'd probably drop everything and be like,
or at least stop filming. Or at least stop filming. At the very least.
Oh, I would have dropped the camera because I'd have been so upset about seeing that. I probably would have just dropped it anyway. But then it would have stopped filming because I wouldn't have filmed anymore.
Exactly. Or I wouldn't have uploaded it to fucking YouTube, for one thing. I mean, that's...
You know what? I hate to say it, but that Japanese guy that was calling the police, if I was him for the disrespect he showed my country, I'd have smacked the shit out of him.
He must have been paying that guy some pretty good money, though. He must have been paying him some damn good money not to... I mean, I don't know. Like that yeah,
but he came there and he disrespected somebody in your country and that area. I would have... When we were off camera, if I was him, I'd have smacked the shit out of all of them.
Well, greed is not...
I'd have smacked the shit out of all of them. And you know what? You can take your money back. You disrespected me. Take your money and shove it up your ass. All y'all. If they came to America, we had a place like that here in America. Somebody did that and I was their guide. I'd smack the shit out of all of them. I don't think I wouldn't. I'd take the camera, break it. They couldn't upload shit. Because that's just not right.
I think our main man, Rambo, might want to say something. Go ahead, man.
Well, personally, I have more of a problem with the beginning part of the video than I do the dead body. Like, I could give a shit less about the dead body. Like, I just don't. The only person that needs to me worry about that dead body is the dead body, the person of the person's family of the dead person. Other than that, I mean, it's just a dead body.
Rambo, don't you think that's disrespectful, though?
I mean, it's disrespectful, but I mean, at the same time, is there? I mean, how much other shit is there on YouTube that's disrespectful? I mean, the way I look at it is, there are problems on not only YouTube but just in the world to worry about than to flip out over a dead body. The way he treated and disrespected the culture, to me, is more disrespectful than showing the dead body. Because the way he was walking around, behaving in that video and leaving the dead fish on the damn trunk of the cab.
That was disgusting, dude.
Yeah, walking around, putting the dead fish in Japanese people's faces and shit like that. Like, that was more of a disrespect to me than the dead body.
Yeah, I think that's also going to leave a bigger impact. But like I said, I mean, how they're going to view us Americans now than what he did later on. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, I mean, the dead body, I mean, it is definitely disrespectful, and really the whole video of it being uploaded, that 15-minute segment, that's more of a YouTube problem than it is a Logan Paul problem, because his video got flagged by a bunch of people when he first uploaded it. YouTube then took it down, manually viewed it, and then put it back up, and then not only put it back up, but then manually put it on the trending page.
Mm-hmm.
And then people other prominent YouTubers like PewDiePie and other stuff actually made a video condemning Logan Paul, and YouTube removed those with the community strike.
Yeah, even people who only put. I heard somebody got their shit taken down by just using stuff that didn't even show.
PewDiePie did.
Yeah, exactly.
PewDiePie actually got his video removed and got a strike on his channel because of him actually criticizing Logan Paul. The way I look at it is that YouTube's trying to cover their ass and trying to cover their golden boy, and to me, I don't know if that's the hill that YouTube wants to die on, because both the Paul brothers are obnoxious little fucking assholes.
Mm-hmm.
They're just two little rich white kids that. I guess, I mean, 22 and what, 28, 19, 20 years old, multi-millionaires. They just, it's basically Lindsay Lohan without the drugs. I mean, that's really the only thing I can come up with is that they just got so much money as a young kid growing up that they never really had to learn the hard way for anything. They were just basically able to get whatever the hell they wanted to, whenever the hell they wanted to, all their life. And people bowed down to them throughout their whole life. So they're not used to actually having to have criticism or actually going over to Japan and acting like that, and people thinking that it's a bad thing, because it's wherever they go, they're loved. So to me, though, I mean, the disrespecting of the culture to me was more of a hell no that to me than the dead body was.
Yeah, just
after I didn't see that part of the video until today, and after I saw that today, I was more disgusted by seeing that than I was the 15-minute segment with the dead body.
Okay, but I actually didn't see that part with the fish. Yeah. See, now that's something new.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see that. Now
he was taking he was practically taking just a dead squid around and acting like an ass clown. He left the squid. I think it was either inside
on a taxi cab.
Yeah, on a taxi cab in the back of it.
Wow. See, I didn't see that.
He was actually in the very beginning of the video. He was like, we landed in Japan, and the Japanese culture is all about respect, and they really much respect their stuff. And then, right after he says that, he goes and he puts on the kimono, the Japanese dress or whatever, and then the hat, and starts running around yelling, talking to people. He runs into a shop in the street, buys a Game Boy Color, takes it out in the street, throws it in the ground, and says, "I think it's broken. I need another one." I mean, he's just acting like nothing but an ass the whole fucking time he's in Japan. So that to me is gonna like I said, like what y'all said, leave more of a lasting impact on I guess not. I wouldn't say the relationship between the Japanese and the U.S., but really so much how the regular Japanese people,
how their perspective on this is going to
view
change.
the Americans. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I want to actually be able. I would love to be able to actually send something to the Japanese people and say, look, please don't take Logan Paul as the rest of Americans, because
Well, I'd make a video
we
saying something like that personally, if that's what you.
we can go over there and not act like an ass and actually respect your culture. So I don't really know what the hell he was thinking going over to Japan and at a place like that is very high up on the level of respect and like you know just I guess manners and everything. And then
it's not a joke. Nobody takes that shit as a joke over there. So that's
no. And then to go over there and act like that is just I don't know. I mean that's just.
Well, hopefully some of them will maybe see some of the videos that we put up, and people were complaining about how we don't like what he did and the disrespect he showed, and maybe somebody will see that we are not like that. We're not all like that. You know, like you said, they're rich brats. They're young. They're rich brats. They get everything handed to them, and it is what it is. You know, they're just, you know what's going to happen one day. They're going to keep doing all this dumb shit, and it's going to come back to bite them in the ass.
Oh, it will. Yeah,
and money ain't going to be able to do nothing for them.
Now you do know you do know his brother's Jake Paul, right?
I do, yeah.
His brother is actually 10 times worse than him.
Yeah, he got in trouble for something a while ago. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, his brother Jake Paul is like, my God. I mean, he is worse than Logan Paul, and he actually got fired from Disney because of how he behaved on YouTube.
Well,
yeah, Disney is not too happy with him, which I don't blame him.
No, Disney does not play around when it comes to they want you to stay family friendly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but before we keep going, I know Mr. Corleone's here. I want to see if he has anything to add to this.
Welcome, good sir.
Where you at, Corleone?
I'm here. What's going on, everybody?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I probably.
Okay. All right.
I really didn't even know what y'all was talking about. I kind of been out of the loop with gaming over the last.
No, we're talking about that. Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You have the story of the guy who went to the suicide force in Japan, found a dead body, and was laughing at it. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, I mean the Japanese people. Give them a little bit more credit. They know ignorant from this. They know stupid Americans from the ones that have respect. So, you know what I'm saying? They know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. I haven't been to Japan, but I have a couple of Japanese homies and shit, and they know the difference between the real and the fake. So that's all I can really add to that. How's everybody doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And listen, I'm sorry to hear you went to Twitter jail.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like button and share it for me. And if you want to, hashtag free Corleone. You know what I'm saying? If you want to,
yeah, free Corleone.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be back next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I just felt real bad for you because I know what this shit's like. I mean, you can't say nothing, but other people could say, like, that's why I brought this topic up. Because
let me say one thing because Jabari put up a pineapple pizza. No, that was J-Main. J-Main put up a pineapple pizza, and I wanted to say something so fucking bad, man. I'm like, that is the nastiest shit on this earth. Hey, if you eat it, that's cool. I'm from Chicago, man. I don't eat pineapple pizza. I know people eat it, but oh my God. And I couldn't do nothing. I just had to look at it and keep scrolling. That's all.
That's some nasty shit, though.
Hell yeah. But Happy New Year, everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all had
Corleone, I saw that pizza.
I knew you saw it.
Wait. No, I'm trying to say this in a nice way.
You like pineapple pizza?
That thing look nasty.
No, I ain't doing no pineapple pizza, man. That's fucking disgusting.
You know what?
Vegetables don't belong on pizza.
I bet you would be if you had somebody make it. You can't put chunks of pineapple on it. You got to put like.
It looked like somebody it looked like somebody opened a can of dope pineapples and just popped them bitches on the pizza. I swear to God.
But see, that's the wrong way to make it. That's why I would. But that looked nasty. that looked nasty. I agree with you. That was ooh.
I mean, you can eat the pineapples if you want, but I ain't hanging out with your ass and ordering no goddamn food.
No,
I don't trust you with food. I'll be your homie, but I ain't gonna trust you with no food.
I agree 100%. I would not trust you with food.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to our first actual topic. Oh, by the way, Corleone, you weren't here. You need to congratulate Super Snow.
Congratulations.
He got himself a PlayStation 4.
Congratulations.
He got him a PlayStation
Yes, sir.
4.
Yes, sir.
When you get it?
I bought it right after New Year's because I had to wait for some money to come in, but I got it right afterwards. And I'm.
So is it a regular PS4?
Hell no! I got me one of them Slims. It's a 1 terabyte. I got it for like $260.
Oh, that's
yeah. I thought you didn't even get a Pro. So
well, I ain't got no money for a Pro. I ain't got no 4K TV.
No, I'm just saying, isn't it amazing how those games look even on a regular PS4?
Oh no, definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm playing. Like I said, I play Final Fantasy 15 for like 20 hours, and god damn,
those games look even amazing just on a regular PlayStation.
I know. 4. That's what I'm saying, man. They look so good.
Okay, well, we'll move on to our first topic. I just had to let Corleone know because I know he'd been excited to hear you say that. He wasn't here before. So, no, because I know, Mr. Corleone, you get excited about all the good stuff when somebody buys a PlayStation or buys certain games.
I think people think I'm a PlayStation fanboy. I kind of, they got the games.
No.
Man. They got the games, man.
He's right. They got the games. He's absolutely right about that. That's why I bought it.
See, the thing is,
good games.
Corleone, you do what I do, just like Snow does, and just like Rambo does, and most people on the podcast that come here, Craig Harris and all those guys. You go where the games are. You may have more than one console. You'll buy the games where they're the best at.
True.
And before I get started, let me say this. People don't realize, because Xbox keeps saying that exclusives aren't important. Yeah, they are. You can't have a console and just have multiplats. Exclusives are important because that's the reason why people will buy your console.
True.
So I'm saying, if I got a PlayStation, why am I going to go buy, if I don't own one already, why am I going to go buy an Xbox if I can get all the same things on PlayStation with good graphics, good everything? Why am I going to go to Xbox? Why? I wouldn't.
Even them, why don't you? If it's on everything, fuck it. Just get it on PC. You
can do that too. You can do that too.
I mean, let's do one thing. Like when it comes to, like, technically for most of us, besides like Mr. Corleone, not Mr. Corleone, but Super Snow, they have exclusives because most of us aren't looking at a PC. So, I mean, like there are games on there that we can only get either on an Xbox or a PC. But since we're not looking at PC, then we'd have to buy an Xbox. The problem really is that they don't have any that is compelling to go out and buy it. Like Halo, Gears, and Forza.
All right, you got a point there. All right, I'll give you that. You got a point.
Halo, Gears, and Forza are great, but
hey, Rambo even saying like the rhyme, like the song. You even said it like the song.
Sing it, Corleone. Sing it, Corleone.
Man, that was last year, man. We on 2018. We on that God of War, baby. We on that God of War over here.
Well, they're just not pulling in they're drawing in their normal audience. But they're not expanding or changing enough to draw in an expanded audience. So there's nothing really there that if you aren't into Halo, if you're not into Gears, you don't give a shit if Gears 5 and Halo 6 release. And so I mean, like I don't know. I mean, it's just becoming like to where if you aren't into the few indies that they have releasing exclusive, then what's the point? Like, that's really all that matters. And most of the indies that release exclusive there are just timed.
But see, that's the thing. Like you said, Rambo, they're indies. They're not like
Well, I mean, I don't ever begrudge indies, like because like indies sometimes are actually more compelling than the AAA games that we have. But like, I would buy a console.
Yes, some of them are
for an indie.
Some of them are, but not what they're giving us right now.
No, they just have to get away from the Halo, Gears, and Forza theme and actually move on to like basically do what God of War is doing with the God of War series. Like, it's still God of War, but we're moving on to a different type of gameplay, different type of setting, different type of everything.
Or at the very least, make them good games. I mean, look at Halo 5. They divided the community so damn bad because it was just. I mean, I don't mean to piss off any Halo 5 fans, but the game was pretty much trash. You know, half the people didn't like it.
Turn Halo into a different type of game. Turn Gears into a different type of game. If they can't think of a new IP, just revamp the existing IPs. Like, it's just getting to a point to where there's really no point in, unless you're just looking to boost some gamer score. There's really no point in turning on your Xbox.
Yeah, there is. You got Media Player.
Ooh.
You got Netflix. You got Hulu.
My TV has that.
They got that new shit. What is it called? Cody. I'm gonna download that. I'm gonna see what's up to Cody. What's up with that?
Cody and ramen noodles, man.
Okay.
The funniest thing about this is like the 360 was a pretty damn good console with a pretty damn good lineup of good exclusives. You know what I mean? Because last gen, I had a 360. That was my console because, I mean, most people had it. Let's be realistic here. You know, you talk about the Call of Duty scene. That was huge on the 360. And I mean, like, almost every video you ever saw of Call of Duty back from, like, 2009 up until, like, 2013, you saw it on HaloCon. Or not HaloCon. What the fuck am I saying? You saw it on the Xbox.
Yeah.
That was because it was good, though. And it had a good, like, I don't know. It's like, for me, I buy the consoles that have the good games and the good communities. And last gen, Xbox was tearing that ass up. I mean, it had the Red Ring of Death shit that was like 50-something% of consoles for a long amount of time. But after that, it was amazing. You know,
it was good the first half. I mean, the first half was killing ass, but that second half, boy, that shit. But I never had a 360.
No, that's what allowed the PlayStation to catch up, is because the first half PlayStation struggled, the last half Xbox 360 struggled because they started focusing on Kinect, and PlayStation started focusing on their Uncharted, Last of Us, and stuff like that. And everybody kind of went from 360 to PS3, and PS3 ended up taking back over that generation. But
and that's another problem with the Xbox One is they don't have a game like Last of Us.
No, they don't have.
They don't have something like that.
If you look at like Xbox One, the original Xbox had Halo. Like, that was a game that carried over into the next generation. X360 had Gears. That's a game that carried over into the next generation. Xbox One still has yet to find its identity. Like, it doesn't have anything. You had PlayStation 3, The Last of Us, carried over to the what's it called? The PlayStation 4. Now we have Horizon Zero Dawn. It's moving over. Like, it's going to be a new series moving on. It doesn't have anything that's compelling. I've seen the problem with what it was is that Xbox back then, when they were doing hot and having all the third-party support, they weren't investing. They were like taking that money, going, "Look at all the money we're raking in. Like, we're good. Everybody wants our console. We're great." And then PlayStation was like going, "Okay, well, we need to double down on first-party studios, start buying some, start getting stuff together." And they started really focusing on what they needed to do that. And now this generation is actually showing PlayStation has 17 or 18 first-party studios, and Microsoft is now down to 5. And there's nothing, he keeps saying that he's going to buy first-party studios and invest in first-party, but unless, but I mean, even if he does, it's still not happening until the Xbox 2, at all. I mean, there's nothing really going to, unless he buys a project already in motion, he's not, there's nothing going to happen between now and the next generation.
I agree. I actually got a question for you, Rambo. Can you use another word besides compelling? You remind me of a fanboy that uses that word all the time, and I can't stand his ass.
I can try. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know who the hell you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about.
Well, I've never heard.
Large.
Huh?
Large and big mouthed.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, now I know who you're talking about, but I never heard him say it because I don't listen to him, so I don't know. So.
Well, unfortunately, I was on podcast with his ass. So I know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to get in. What you're talking about ties in kind of to the next topic. Okay. Because this week on Twitter, I've been seeing Xbox fanboys talk about resolution, no games. Once again, just resolution. And 2018 just started, and we already have a new breed of corporate slaves in the making. There were also other topics trending about the next Xbox possibly coming out in 2019. Now, I can imagine it being announced possibly or leaked in 2019 because Xbox just doesn't have the staying power like Sony or Nintendo. Okay. The next Xbox to me would be maybe a new fresh start for Microsoft, and probably what they need to do is get back into shape, really. Okay. They need to get some more exclusives, some more studios, do things of that nature. Like I said before, exclusives are important, but they need to bring some with some oomph. I mean, I know what you were using, the word you were using, but I'm gonna say oomph. Something that really intrigues you and pulls you in. Okay. And I also saw some people saying that the PS5 will be coming in 2019. It ain't gonna happen. Somebody been drinking some eggnog spiked or something over this holiday because they need to stop. Seriously. I mean, there's no reason for Sony to even think about releasing the next PlayStation that early. It really isn't. I'm sure Sony is already working on for the future PS5, but we have plenty of time before it launches. Think about the next Xbox and PS5, okay? If you got any thoughts about it, guys, let me know. And also, what are your thoughts about all this resolution talk that's going on Twitter?
Well, when it comes to the next Xbox and PlayStation, I don't look for either one of them to be. I look for them to be either announced in 2020 and released in 2021.
Fair.
I definitely don't look for Xbox to release the Xbox One X in 2017 and then launch another one 2 years later. I just don't see them doing that. There's really not as much graphical leap or any power leap that they can really do besides the CPU. That's going to change from the 2017 to 2019. That would make it affordable. So I mean, I look for around 2020, 2021 on that. But as far as the resolution talk, I've seen the chart. I don't know why it bothers anybody. Like everybody knows that the Xbox One X is doing a little bit more, like the 1.6% or 2.6% more. I don't know why the facts like bother anybody, because at the end of the day, I mean, sure, you can talk a resolution all you want, but I mean, just ignore them, because everybody knows. I mean, you can see from the sales chart, resolution doesn't sell games. Like that's just the truth. I mean, it just doesn't pull in the crowd. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to GameStop and going, well, what is this one's native resolutions and what's this one's native resolution? Nobody's caring. They just go there and they're looking. Yeah, it would. I mean, it would be very odd. But the way I look at it is like they're looking for games, and when they go into GameStop or Best Buy or whatever, they see and know that PlayStation and Nintendo have the games. Without that, I don't see why even worry about people bringing up resolution charts and stuff like that. Everybody should know that the Xbox One X is more powerful. Everybody should know that it runs in a higher resolution than the PlayStation 4 Pro. It came out a year later to $100 more. It better. Other than that, I mean, just let them talk about it. Let them have the resolution. Who cares? Like, you have the games. Do they have Days Gone? Do they have Detroit Become Human? Do they have God of War? Do they have Spider-Man? Do they have Ni no Kuni 2? Do they have... No.
Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2. Do they have Detroit Straight...
whatever that new game from
God of War. God of War.
Death Stranding, and then God of War. Like, do they?
The new
they
don't. War coming out, whatever that's going to be, whatever is coming out.
They don't have these games, and these are the games that they always seem to appear on the Game of the Year chart. They always seem to appear on, the best-selling games. Like, I mean, Crash Bandicoot. They still don't have that one. That one was another one they still don't have. And yet, I mean, they're if they want to talk resolution, let them have it. You have the games. Be happy. That's where I am. I don't really give a shit. I'm like, I just look, when I look at that and they talk about resolution, I'm like, it better. It came out a year later. It's $100 cheaper. I mean, $100 more expensive. It better play, the games at a higher resolution. If it didn't, you would have we'd have even more of a problem.
Well, see, when I see this shit, I actually laugh at them. I mean, if you guys were in my living room when I'm on a computer looking at this shit and reading it, I'm laughing my ass off. I mean, I'm laughing to the point where my ribs hurt sometimes because these people sound so stupid when they do this that I have to sometimes bring up. That's why I was laughing when you were saying that, Rambo, because you were like, it doesn't matter. Do they go into GameStop and ask, a game with what resolution does it have? But to me, that would be hilarious because I could see some fanboys actually doing that dumb shit.
Oh, yeah.
I can actually see it. I can actually see these fanboys that talk about resolution actually going in, and then the people behind the counter look at them and say, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And just giving them a look like they need a straitjacket.
I've seen some of these Xbox fanboys actually talk about like where they once they switch to the Xbox One and X enhanced games. Oh, I haven't. Okay, the Xbox enhanced games on their games and apps section. They said after that, these are the only games I'm going to be playing from here on out. Like they are not even going to take it off to look at other Xbox games that are enhanced. I'm like, so do you only game just because of resolution? I mean, is that really? That's what makes a good game.
Probably
I don't get their thought. I mean, I guess they want to trigger people, but I'm just like, you look stupid at the end of the day.
I agree. All right, Super Snow, what are your thoughts? Or Corleone, what do you think about this stuff?
I'll go next if he doesn't have it. Well, I mean, me personally, man, I've been a PC gamer now majorly for like 6+ years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I always want out of my games, I want 1080p because I have a 1080p monitor, so why not? And 60 FPS. That's all I ask for. Okay. I'll play a game that looks like trash as long as it's 1080p 60. Now, when it comes to consoles, I know that getting a game, all games, mind you, at 1080p 60 probably won't even happen till next generation. All right. But I thought, now call me crazy, that resolution didn't matter, frame rate didn't matter. It was all about the games. But then suddenly when one's better than the other or vice versa, suddenly all the shit matters. Like that's confusing to me. Like who's throwing the double negatives around here? Because one of y'all's doing it, or both of y'all do it. Because last time when PS4 was dominating the Xbox One, everybody on the Xbox side, resolution don't matter, frame rate don't matter. Now what you talking about with the X? It's the most powerful console ever. Resolution's better, and it's like I thought it didn't, dude. But for me, I don't care, dude. I don't have a 4K TV. I don't care about the 4K shit. But if you're paying $500 fucking for it, it better be 4K. Like I don't know, man. Like I don't care about that shit, dude. It's especially 4K. I don't care. It's too expensive right now. Way too expensive. The amount of money that I could pump into buying a 4K TV, no less, I could pump that into my fucking PC and get better 4K out of it. So, but that's just me, though, man. I don't keep up with all that crap because it's nothing more than a circle jerk for either side to say that theirs is better than the other, and that can eat a bag of dicks, dude. I don't care. Let them fight that shit. I'm just gonna play the games I like and enjoy them. That's me, man.
You said a bag of dicks. Oh shit! Like I said, I haven't been.
You should have heard what he said before he went on air. Before you guys got here, he was talking to Steve.
I really haven't been in the loop, but as usual, people are delusional and they like to talk trash because it's just keeping up a narrative of them trying to say, "Oh, we're gonna have this, we're gonna have that." What Xbox needs, like Rambo said, is software. Fuck the hardware. Y'all didn't charge niggas too much for hardware. It's time to produce software. And if you ain't gonna produce software, then get the fuck up out of here. That's all it is. Like, they can come out with a game system all they want. Now I will say this. I will say that the Xbox One X is so powerful that people that still have the Xbox One, like me, it kind of holds them back from being able to do some things like with PUBG and what's that other game they had to like dial it back? I think it was Destiny or something like that. They wanted to make it 60 frames, but they couldn't because they couldn't do it on the PlayStation and they couldn't do it on Xbox One. I don't know. The thing
yeah.
is,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. You good?
something like that, right? When it's something like that.
Yeah. So when it comes to Destiny 2, both systems can't do 60. So yeah, only
They just
PC
need
can
some
do it.
software, and they need to. It's really not even about the software. It's really identifying with their customer. They don't know their customer anymore. The same customer that had the 360 ain't the same customer that's shopping now. So until they find a customer and they know what their customer want, they're not gonna be able to sell shit that's gonna be profitable. Like Sea of Thieves, that's not what your customer wants. Some of your customers want it, but the majority of your customers don't want that. So they
That's
need
true.
to find out what the people want. And you should look at your competitors and see the type of games they have and say, okay, we're not gonna make the same type of games, but we're gonna step our game up and we're gonna make sure that these games, whatever come out, are top notch. For example, like a Quantum Break. The little details on Quantum Break, you know what I'm saying, really fucked that game up. You know what I'm saying? If they'd have had the details right, the story was on point. You know what I'm saying? You just need to fix the details. If you're gonna put out a game and you're gonna put all these great actors in it and you're gonna have all this shit, you need to make them accountable. And that's one thing I love about PlayStation. The shit don't come out until it's right. You know what I'm saying?
I think, I think a big problem with Microsoft is that they rush developers. Like if they,
true as well. That's absolutely true.
That's true too, bro. That's true too.
Quantum Break was delayed, and then it was almost like it came out and it was rushed because like it was a mess, and it was an okay game, but it wasn't really anything to remember and say, man, I want another one. But I think it was just rushed because I don't think it was ready to come out whenever it did.
I just want to say, Corleone, you said that perfect. I'm going to be honest. You said that perfect because you're absolutely right. And you brought up, like we said about quantum, I call it Quantum Broke. Okay. The storyline was good. There was too much, there was not enough gameplay. There was too much story, cutscenes. And then it was all that bullshit in between. Like I said, I'm going to say this. I haven't said it in almost a year. I was tired of seeing people with the Lego hair hats on, okay? Their hair looked like Lego hair hats, okay? And stuff got the lighting and all this effects were horrible. If they just delay it a little bit longer, like Rambo just said, they're rushing shit. But it shouldn't have been rushed if it was delayed already. So how was it rushed?
Well, the rush part is like I think that they delayed. Like I think the way I feel it is that Remedy wanted to delay the game until they got it done. Microsoft said, "Look, we'll let you delay it, but it's coming out in March no matter what."
Right.
So,
I see what
they
you're
had to they had to rush around and get that because Xbox was probably like, "We got to have something now," and Quantum Break.
See, that's how they shoot themselves in the foot. That's how they shot themselves in the foot.
It would have been a more decent game had they not had you got all your powers in the first chapter. Like there was no the rest of the time there was really no challenge in the whole damn thing because you had every power that you needed to kill everything. Like it was just pretty much a cake walkthrough, and it just I don't know. I found the actual cutscene stories more compelling than the actual gameplay.
Facts.
Well,
I like it. I like the story. I like the
yeah. I would have loved to see that on a Netflix series.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that he brought up how gamers of today aren't the same gamers that they were back a couple years ago, because if you look at last gen, right, near the middle ground, everything was about this Call of Duty era that was going on, right? Everything wanted to be this great first-person shooter. But if you look nowadays, and I'm glad you brought this up, a lot of people want more of these story-driven Last of Us type things. I mean, look what happened to God of War. It turned in from this hack and slash, brutal as fuck game to this. I don't know what they did with the latest one. Personally, I don't really like it, but I can see why people do.
We don't know though. We don't know yet. It ain't out yet. So
well, there you go.
It might not look like a hack and slash, but it might still have that same shit to it.
No, it's not. No, they actually came out today with more detail, and it is not a hack and slash game. In fact, he actually went to Sony and pitched the idea of a new God of War, and Sony said, "Look, if you're going to make it the way you made it with the same mechanics you made it before, it's dead. We're done. We're not making it anymore." So they actually had to revamp it and everything. Kratos can't. This is a huge thing on Twitter now, but Kratos doesn't jump. There's no jump button in this game.
What?
You can't
Kratos
jump.
can't jump.
But there's not any platforming either. There's not any of that kind of crap like was going on in God of War. It's actually more of a Last of Us type thing.
Oh.
But I'm glad.
I mean, I love Last of Us, so I don't care,
love
man. Like, I love
I'm
Last
with
of Us.
Corleone on that.
That's
I'm
one of
Yeah,
the
me
best
too.
games I ever played in my life, so I'm cool with
I
that.
almost beat it myself recently, so I feel you there, man. That game's a motherfucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next one to come out. Oh God, it's just taking too long. But I want it right though. I want it right,
True.
That
but
shit
I
coming
want
out
it.
next year.
I know, but I want it now.
I mean, yeah, next year.
But see, that's
Oh.
one good thing about that I've noticed about Sony is that we went through a few years where the first party output there wasn't a whole lot of. I mean, there was a lot of exclusives, but it wasn't a whole lot of first party exclusives. But that was
Right.
because they were allowing them to delay the game and keep it under wraps and do whatever and just let it take however long it took to make it. And they figured, okay, we'll be okay anyway. You just continue on. And now look at the games we end up having. Horizon Zero Dawn, like where they're. I mean, it's just become to where they get to cultivate the game that they want and take as long as they need to make it happen. Like, there's a big difference in like allowing the developers that full freedom than saying, look, we need a game by March 2017. You know, like I need that day to be hit no matter what. And I think that's really going to be like the more of the downfall of Xbox is they rush developers too much. They want a lot of too much control over the developers.
I think that's
And if
why
you-
the Scalebound got fucked up.
Oh, I mean it is because like the guy never wanted to put multiplayer in it, but Xbox said it had to be in it. Like they didn't want multiplayer.
Every game does not have to have multiplayer in it. Okay, it does not.
No, that's
And
the problem.
for
Is that
Xbox, and for Xbox to want that, you know why? Because Xbox wants you to be continuously online.
I think
okay,
I think they wanted a way to put like loot box crap in it and microtransactions in it, stuff like that, because that's where
Yeah,
the only way you can do that is a multiplayer game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But
Go ahead.
crap! I was
You're talking
shit,
about
you're
Microsoft
talk-
with the studios.
Yeah,
You're talking about the studios.
The gamers not the same. Like, remember whenever in 2014, whenever it came out that PlayStation was going to be partnering with Activision for Call of Duty from now on. Everybody was saying that's not that big of a deal. Microsoft just didn't even want the contract anymore because they didn't want anymore. They wanted to go in a new direction.
Right.
Well, I don't believe that. I think that Activision said, "Look, we're done with our contract, and you're not the leading in sales anymore. So we want to go with the brand that is." But they acted like it wasn't that big of a deal. Losing Call of Duty was a huge hit to Microsoft and a huge hit to that Xbox.
Yeah,
That
when
has
the
been
a
maps
really-
come out, they gonna be that makes a difference where you play,
Yes, it
especially
does.
if you're a Call of Duty player and the maps come out a month ahead of time on one platform and you gotta wait. I used to have to wait. I'd be mad as hell. Like, man, why do Xbox get it before us? I used to be mad, literally mad. Black Ops 2? Shit.
But that's another thing is like whenever like the Call of Duty players like Ali A and FaZe
and T
Clan
Martin
and all
and
them.
shit,
Yeah, whenever they actually have to switch over to the whatever console they're playing on, that's what all the Call of Duty fanboys are going to be playing Call of Duty on because they want to have the chance of actually accidentally running into Ali A or T Martin or whatever in a match.
Right.
It really shifted the consumers, not just the professionals, but the consumer over from the Xbox side to the PlayStation side because they want to have a chance to be able to play with the professionals, with the people that actually that they watch on YouTube religiously. So I mean, like that was more of a huge hit than just simply a 30-day DLC pack. That was a huge momentum shift in consumer base, and then also the professional scene where like the PlayStation brand was up on the professional monitors rather than the Xbox brand. It was a huge momentum shift.
You know what's crazy? I just had to bring this up because you were bringing up stuff, Rambo, that people were saying from before. And I just thought of, when you said about, Xbox rushing things and PlayStation not. But look how good PlayStation's doing now. But do you remember about 3 years ago, they were saying PlayStation's going to go under? They losing all this money. They can't produce games. It's going to go bankrupt and all that. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
It's not happening now.
Yep.
Look what's happening. About three,
Yeah,
I think it was about 3 years ago. The people were saying they're going to go bankrupt because they had to sell off certain things. But they never sold off their developers and all this. They made brought them down, like the studios down a couple of notches, but then they brought them back up, and then sometimes you have to take some away. But look how many they still got. Not counting indies and all that other shit.
Whenever it comes to Xbox and PlayStation on first party. But another thing that you brought up, what's it called? Super Snow is like the hypocrisy from then to now. Well, there were so many people that talking about back in 2013, 2014, and 2015. Where's your exclusives? Where games like exclusives. And as soon as Play Anywhere happened, exclusives became anti-consumer.
Yep, of course. Well, it's whatever suits their narrative is best. That's what they'll talk about.
Yeah. Actually, have people when we're talking about Spider-Man or whatever like that, they're talking about that's just anti-consumer. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? In the next breath, they're talking about Fable and Sea of Thieves, and I'm like, what the hell are you you can't be bitching at exclusives and then talking about exclusives. It doesn't make sense.
But remember, you got to remember, we're talking about YouTubers who have no life. They make no sense. They just go out there and try and just, like me and Super Snow were talking about this before we got on air, how people come in, even into our streams or our podcast and post thing up. And he even said, how you go on Twitter, all they do is bitch about how bad their life is. They have nothing going for them, so all they do is try to take their misery and put it on us as gamers when we're enjoying ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that? Did I say that right, Snow? That was you.
Right, but here's the thing. Here's the thing I've noticed, right? How many more videos are the PlayStation fans making talking shit about Xbox than the Xbox fans are talking shit about PlayStation? Because you want to know what the PlayStation fans are doing right now? They're playing their motherfucking games. They ain't got They ain't got time to talk about that shit because they're too busy enjoying the games or waiting for the newest one to come out. That's the difference, man.
All right, Snow, we got to talk about one other thing that we talked about off air because I think this is important. Something Xbox people, PlayStation people do not do. We don't call the SWAT team and get our other players killed.
Mm-hmm. Or at least we don't do it as much as they do. That's the difference, Like that, what just happened recently? Yeah, but they were playing on the Xbox, and the motherfucker got they killed a guy over $1. What $1.50? $1.50 motherfucking cents is worth more in someone's life, huh? That's just pathetic, man.
Yeah, but what about people calling the SWAT team on that guy? He got killed. He got a family. He had kids. Xbox did that. They called the SWAT team. They busted in. We
should say the Xbox fanboys did that because that's not fanboys. That's not representative of the entire Xbox brand because a lot of people I'm not saying that. No. You know what I mean?
No, I'm talking about the fanboys. That's what I'm talking about. The fanboys.
Well, I'm saying Sony fanboys don't do that kind of shit. I mean, they'll act like retards and say that Sony's better than anybody else. There's retards on both sides, but they ain't doing that kind of shit. They ain't got time to do it. Like I said. They're too busy playing their games, man. They ain't got time to do shit like that. Yep.
That's what we were talking about off air prior to us coming on. But we're going to move on to the next topic. Okay. Now, I know you guys don't want to hear the name of this game, but there's a reason I'm bringing it up, okay?
Uh-oh.
Okay. PUBG developers talked about PUBG coming to other platforms. Now, I saw this coming from a mile away. I really did. I think by the end of this gen, PUBG may sell more than what we think it's going to sell. Okay. With that being said, I still don't want to play the game. I really don't. It still does not appeal to me. 2018 for me will be about fighting games and the big releases like God of War and things like that. Now, when PUBG comes to other platforms, will you try this game? You guys, will you try this game? Also, do you think Microsoft will try to secure this game and not let it go multi-plat.
Well, since I own the game, I'll go.
Okay.
No, I won't buy it on another platform. First of all, it's going to run like shit on the PlayStation 2. So, like, there's really absolutely no purpose in.
He's
Sorry.
right. He's absolutely right.
I know,
And-
but it's just the way he said it.
There's no point in actually worrying about it. The developer is really green when it comes. I mean, it's kind of weird that I say that because his name is Brendan Green, but he's really
Oh wow.
he's really green when it comes to making a game work. I mean, he actually it was a PC gamer, developed the game on PC, and it took almost a year to even get that thing manageable to even consider being running good. Then he's supposed to be getting help from the Xbox developers to get the game running, as good as it possibly can. And it ran like shit. It's going to do the same thing on PlayStation even after it comes out of even after it comes out of early access, because what the deal probably with Xbox is the same way it was with Rise of the Tomb Raider, is whenever they do go to PlayStation, they can't take the Xbox build and port it over. They actually have to build another one, which we already know if they do that, it's going to run like shit in the very beginning. Do I think Xbox will try to secure it? No, because I don't think they have enough money to try to secure it. Not Microsoft, Xbox. Microsoft has plenty of money. Xbox don't. To secure a game like PUBG that's selling like wildfire, it would take a hell of a lot of money to pay. Because basically, what like a time exclusive or even to pay to make it exclusive, you got to pay them a larger portion of what they could expect to sell on the other platform. And so you're talking about like if they've sold like what 3 million, I think it is, on Xbox One in a month. Just imagine like on the PlayStation with 70 million consoles sold. I mean, there's a good chance it might sell 20 million. Like if that happens, like Microsoft would have to maybe pay them the amount of the profit they would have made off of 15 million copies. I just don't see the Xbox having that loose money around to secure that game. I don't think it's actually worth Microsoft to try to secure that game, because that game's not going to be enough to pull everybody back over to the Xbox brand. They need to come up with more games, not just one single game. I'd rather see them spend that 15 million on several different games than just PUBG. But PUBG is just, it's going to go, I mean, especially with all the games coming out and everything having a PUBG mode, it's going to get to the point where people are tired of playing Battle Royale. They're going to get bored of that game. They're going to get bored of the Fortnites. They're going to get bored of the Paladins that's actually creating it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Halo 6 has a Battle Royale mode and Gears 5 has a Battle Royale mode.
Yeah, everybody going to steal the style, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where it's going to be played out and people are going to get tired of that type of gameplay. And at that point, I think Microsoft would have wasted their money on that. I hope to God they don't, but I don't think they actually even have the money to do it.
Yeah,
because as far as like that game, I've only played it the first day it came out, and I haven't played it since.
Yeah, me too, because it just ran like shit.
I haven't played it since the first day it came out. So
I got to ask you, Corleone, what does your nephew think about the game? Did he cuss you out yet?
That motherfucker ain't even called me to thank me yet. I'm sick of that shit, man. Fuck them little niggas, man. My other nephews, they was cool, but them nephews, they ain't even called me. I bought my one nephew Horizon Zero Dawn, my other nephew Horizon Zero Dawn, then my other nephew, he ain't called. He probably mad or some shit. He like, damn, this ain't no game. Cause you know it come with a code. He probably was mad, like this some bullshit.
It's like you bought me this shit, I can't even return it.
Motherfucker. Right, he won't go to GameStop and return the shit.
Oh, my ribs. Corleone, you too much.
I love my family, but shit, he ain't called to thank me, goddamn it. That's some bullshit.
Wait, Corleone, you did say he probably gonna cuss you out after he got that, after you played it. You said that though. You gotta be real. You said
still,
that.
they supposed to hit motherfucker and be like, "Thank you for the gift, Uncle." They didn't even do that shit. You know what I'm saying? They just go to. I don't even know if they got it yet. I don't even know if they went over there to get it because I left it over there. their grandmother house, so I don't even know if they got it. So
What's happened is he's probably played it and it ran like shit, and he was like, "Thanks a lot, fucking uncle." Like he's probably.
Well, I think he would have known. His father
like,
said he was getting a
PS4.
PS4. You know what I'm saying? His father's like, he's getting a PS4. I'm like, well, I bought this shit already. Do they still got their Xbox? And he's like, yeah, they still got it. I was like, well, here you go. It's all nice and wrapped and everything. And, they probably ain't even played it yet, man. I don't care. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
No, it ain't. No, but I had to ask you that.
They still should have called and thank a mother, though.
Yeah, but wait a minute. You just said, wait a minute. You just said you left over to grandma's house. So maybe they didn't make it to the grandma's house. Maybe something happened. They didn't make it to the grandma's house.
It's over there. It's over there because they probably got it, but I don't know why they. I don't know. I just know ain't nobody thank me. I don't give a fuck if they went over there or not. They knew they was getting a gift. Somebody should have thanked me by now. But I digress.
Well, you know what? No. You know what you're gonna do? You know what you're gonna do? He'll thank you. He's got to find the right way to say it. Like, okay, Uncle Colio, thank you. Thank you. But your game fucking suck. All right. He's trying to think of a nice way to say it.
He should have got a PS4. That's why he got a PS4 now, because he's like, he ain't got to have shit to play. Everybody got a PS4 for Christmas, goddammit.
I did. That's what I bought over the holidays.
That's what I said. Super Snow. He came in. He got it right. He got it for his holiday. He got his and he told everybody, like he said. He been, PC for
like
what?
In the candy store, man. That's how much I love this shit. Yeah, man.
I'm finna text them right now. Like, did he get that game? Like, what the fuck? Why y'all ain't calling? I could be motherfucking shit.
I ain't trying to get. Stop.
No, I'm texting. Shit, fuck.
You too much. Okay, now what we're gonna do is.
Hold up. I didn't say nothing about PUBG though. I got something to say about.
Go ahead.
When it comes to PUBG, man, like I don't really like those kind of games, but I am happy to see that a game like that, at such a stage that it is getting such positive reception. I think it's nice to see a bit of change of pace, even though that an idea like that isn't really that new. But to see it like this is good to see that. But none of that fucking matters if your game is going to continue to run like shit. Okay. Especially if you're going to port it to consoles when it's clearly not ready for it. I don't know how much money Microsoft threw at these motherfuckers to do that. But God, they must be swimming in gold every day. Like, seriously. I don't know how you port a game to a console when it already runs like shit on most PCs. On most PCs, mind you. You know what I mean? So, PUBG for me, I'm glad it's popular, but it's not my cup of tea, man. I get too salty playing a game like that. So.
Oh, you're
supposed to do it the right way. You're supposed to say on the PC. You're supposed to keep doing it slower and slower until people get it.
I played that, and like you can go. The sucky part about you can go without even seeing another fucking player. You're just running around to house looking. Oh well, that gun.
It's only a fun game with friends. That's it. Like if you play it by yourself, it's boring as shit.
Because I mean, unless you just happen to parachute in with a bunch of other people parachute, you're literally talking like you could spend 3/4 of the match and never fire your gun because you never see a single person. Like it's
damn.
It's just
like I said, I never played it.
I mean, I made it to the top 10 and I never once saw a person. I died because of the bubble.
Me too.
I'm just like, okay, well that was fun.
You sound real enthused about that.
Yeah, it's not fun at all.
I'm gonna play Halo Gears and Forza.
I thought you said you weren't gonna sing it. It's a new year.
I said it. I ain't sing it. I said Forza. He'd be like Forza. I'm like Forza. But I think that's how they say it over there. Forza. What you playing, man? Forza. Driving around playing Forza. Fuck out of here.
I ain't gonna say what you sound like saying that. All right,
Forza.
I'm gonna leave that alone. And y'all know. Let's just leave it be. Let's leave it be. Okay. Well, if nobody else has anything to say about that PUBG, right now the podcast is open for discussion. If anybody has anything they want to talk about, even if it's not game related, that's cool too. Let's just do it. You know, if anyone wants to bring anything up, I mean, I don't know if Snow wants to keep on going on how happy he is about his PlayStation 4. I don't know. I don't know if, you know, Corleone may have some stuff to say because usually he has hidden stuff to say that he don't bring up until the end.
Did y'all talk about the games that y'all beat for the year? Did we talk about that? The games that we beat for 2017? I know you beat like 1,000 games. Shit.
No, I didn't beat 1,000 games.
Biblical book and shit. Chapter 1. Chapter 2.
No. I was supposed to do 100. I missed it by 1. I did 99.
Damn, that's what's up though, man. Everybody talking about how many all the games you beat, and then motherfuckers checking. Like, let me see.
They can check all they want.
Scores, goddamn, they can check all
they want because I beat the game. I got the end trophy for beating the game. They can check all they want. In fact, I just beat another game. So
you beat 82?
Damn.
82 games in 2017, and I actually 100%ed like 84% of those 82 games.
God damn. I shouldn't even brought this motherfucking subject up. I ain't in y'all ballpark.
I've already got five
19 games.
I've got five games beat this year already, and they're all platinums.
Damn. Yeah, I ain't beat shit.
I just beat. You know what I just beat today? Bulletstorm.
I wanted to play that when they re-released it on PC. I wanted to play that so bad. I couldn't afford it though. That shit was way too expensive for a re-release.
It's actually fun. And if you think because it's made by the people who made Gears, okay, you got parts that sound the way the guy talks remind you just of Gears. It's different play. It's a different play, similar but different. It's fun. It's a fun game. I just beat it. Now I'm playing Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter. Devil's Daughter.
How's it?
So far, so good. So far, so good. I like puzzles. I like to figure out stuff. I know people don't like to play puzzles, but I like a challenge. So I will do other things. I mean, it doesn't always have to be a fighting game.
When the Street Fighter joints come out, the arcade.
15th, isn't it? I think it's the 15th.
I'm gonna get
15th
it.
January.
I got the other one. I'm gonna just get the DLC so I can play with you. I'm gonna start fighting games. But my carpal tunnel start kicking it, and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying?
You got carpal tunnel?
Nah, I'm just saying. You know, I'm a little older and shit, so my hands can't hit them buttons as fast as y'all no more. So I don't want to.
Oh, you need to
stop
that.
I heard you be bossing. I heard you be beasting. So I ain't trying to get my. Well, I mean, you whip my ass, you whip my ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I heard you be giving motherfuckers the business. Damn.
Sometimes
I beat that indie game called The Forest on PC because I mean I don't get to play a lot of games because I don't have a lot of money. So like beating 100 games in a year, shit, I might have to give somebody an arm or a leg to do it to get the money for it. That's a pretty good indie game on Steam. I think it's coming. I don't know if it's on PS4 yet, but I know it's coming there. It's a pretty good survival game. I also got into Stardew Valley, which I know is on PS4, which is I thought it was going to be nothing more than a farming simulator type of thing, but it blew my mind on how good and detailed it was. So I highly suggest that one. And I beat the shit out of Overwatch because of how much it pissed me off. So in terms of beating games, I beat that ass. I got into Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I was beating some ass in that. If we talk about beating games, so but no.
Well, you got to realize I also had some games that I had a backlog on that I didn't play.
Exactly.
So
I'm about to beat Last of Us.
I was beating some of those games as well. Plus, I was getting some flash sales, and I was like, okay, ran on Xbox. I got some flash sales, and you gonna give me a game that cheap? I'm taking it, and I'm gonna beat it.
I need to play Titanfall 2. That's the one I got to pick up on PS4 because that shit looks fun as fuck.
It is fun. It is fun.
I would hope you think it was fun with your name being Titanfall Princess and all that shit.
Well, like I named it. It was funny because that's the game I played, and I was trying to think of a name for me, and the game I was playing the most at that time was Titanfall 1. So I said, okay, I'm the Titanfall Princess. That's me.
It's a good name.
And that's how I got the name.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the name.
And you gon' no, I'm just playing.
No, go ahead, Coleon. Go ahead. Speak your mind. Speak your mind.
And you gonna love her. Yeah. I just got some good news, so now I'm all happy and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how somebody owe you money and they like, yo, bro, Happy New Year. I'm like, what's up? Man, I got your 200. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, I'm doing this podcast right now. I'll be right back. Let the church.
Hey, I just want to tell somebody in chat, Garuda. Yeah, I'll fight you in Street Fighter. Don't worry about it. You know it. It's coming.
It's coming.
After
That
the
ass
podcast.
whooping is coming, fam.
So does
That
anybody
ass
else want to
whooping
bring
is
up some
coming.
good stuff? Who's got some good stuff to bring up? Come on.
Oh, I beat Hellblade and shit. That was my last game I beat. That shit.
Hellblade.
Nah,
Great.
I remember I told you I had put it down and shit, so I got back to it.
Yeah,
But
you told me to put it down.
I'm still gonna platinum. I didn't platinum it though, so I missed like 3 things. So I got to go back and find them 3
Right,
things. I'll play it through it again because it was fun.
Okay, but you beat the game.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm not a
You told me you
platinum
put it
guy
down.
anyway.
You told me you put the game down, but you picked it back up and you beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
I was gonna play Halo, but
What's up, Dre?
try to beat that Halo so I can motherfucking do my thing. But nothing.
Yeah, no,
happened.
I'm glad you.
It was something else I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to figure out.
I know.
another
I know
piece
there's
of
always
news.
something you want to talk about. That's why I'm not closing anything because I know you always got something, Corleone. I'm trying to let you think about it. You always got something extra.
I got a big backlog of PS4 games I need to buy. I need to buy Last Guardian. I need to try out that new, well, not new anymore, but that Ratchet and Clank game they put out looked pretty legit.
Oh, you better buy that
yeah.
shit immediately.
Oh,
right?
shit.
That
It
Ratchet
looks
and
so
Clank
good.
Yes.
is fucking raw as hell, Joe. I beat that shit.
Well, another game says I never played is those Nathan Drake games. Never been able to play those.
Yes.
None?
Yes.
Oh yeah. You
It's
just
good,
got your
though.
PlayStation, boy. Hey, bro, go on the motherfucking thing right now. Go on the PlayStation store. I don't know if you wanna, cause you got a terabyte, so you should be good.
Well,
I
the
think
problem
you
is
get
I don't
the
have the money for it right now. I just paid off some college stuff, so I don't really have any money.
Yeah, but you know what though? You gotta be careful because sometimes you get things for $1.99, $2.99, $3.99.
Yeah, cause the Uncharted like $6, dog. You can get the Uncharted remaster for like $6 right now.
Well, the thing is that shit don't accept cash. I got $6 in cash, but that shit don't accept cash. That's the problem.
You got a PayPal?
Yeah, I got a PayPal.
Man, send me the link, man. I'll buy that shit for you, boy. Merry Christmas.
I can't. Nah, man.
It's $5, man. Shit. Put the link. Ain't you part of the squad?
I'll hit you up after this, man. And I appreciate that, man. I really do. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's.
It's $5 shit. I'm telling you, bro. Like, man.
Let me put my begging cup down real quick, and let's get back to a serious.
No,
Man,
you weren't begging.
Shit,
That's
I'm
where
just gonna say
Corleone
and put it
is.
out there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't asked me for nothing. Ain't no big and fam. $6.
No, you
I
know
can
what?
do that.
This is Corleone's way of welcoming you to the PlayStation community.
Yep.
That's what he does.
Speaking of which, I got a pretty good story of when I was
Thanks.
buying my PS4. I undershot how much I thought I was gonna have, and I almost couldn't buy it. I was short by $10. You want to know what somebody did? Somebody
What?
came up to me after hearing what I was going through and was like, here, man. They gave me $10 in cash. They're like, here you go, man. Buy the PlayStation 4. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? He's like, hey, man, you're gonna be a part of the PlayStation. We stick together in this community.
That's what,
Hey,
see,
said
that's what I was just, see, there it is. Like Corleone just told you, there it is. That's what we were trying to tell you. He's only doing this out of kindness of his heart.
Yeah, because
And
them games is cheap as hell, dog. And you can just transfer that shit right over. They got so many sales right now for great games. Because I be like, yo, I buy them day one and shit. This motherfucker, the remaster was like, what, $40 when it came out? And now it's like $20. You know, it's like $5, $6 at the most. I just bought a game the other day. I just bought a game. Oh, and, there's this beta that I want y'all to sign up for, man. It's what the fuck is it called? Split something. I signed up for it this morning while I was at work. 1 second. Yeah, I'm dying too much, man. Turn that shit off.
That's because you're talking too much. You ain't paying attention. That's why.
Exactly.
What's that?
Switchblade. There's a game. It's a new game. I guess it came out. They were talking about it earlier this year in Europe. But Switchblade, they dropped a new trailer. You probably saw it if you got PlayStation or your YouTube. They got a beta that they want you to sign up for. It's almost like a car game, but it's like a MMO or something like that. Just check out the trailer.
Right.
It's called Switchblade trailer. Matter of fact, I put the shit in the link in the description right now. I mean in the chat right
You
now.
put the shit in the link.
Yeah, what he said.
Coleon, you're nuts tonight. You're crazy tonight.
No, I'm not broke or nothing, but this mod just gave me $200, so now I'm like, bring that money through, boy. He been on me for about 6 months. I'm like, damn, dude. I'm gonna have to know what I'm saying, get Stewie on your ass. Where's my money, punk? Where's my money?
It took you 2 months to get it? Wow.
Give me a second. I'm gonna get that link real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, go get it.
Yeah, I just got me a PlayStation Vita and a PlayStation 3 again. I keep on, like, I'm a trophy hunter, so I keep on seeing all these people talk about these Vita games and these PlayStation 3 games, and I'm like, I wish I could play them, but I just don't have them. And I, like, the other day, well, a few days ago, we was at the mall, and I happened to talk my wife into letting me buy a PlayStation 3 and a Vita, and I'm like, I got home, and I was going to buy a Vita TV, the little box, and then like an 8 GB memory card, so I can play some Vita games on that at least. And I think the total was going to be around like $84. And since I bought the Vita, I was able to turn that $84 for that Vita TV and stuff into a 64 GB memory card. And that's coming tomorrow. So I'm ready to actually get to be able to play some of these Vita games.
So we know who wears the pants in the family now, huh? You had to talk.
Oh yeah, it's definitely my wife. Well, I mean, she doesn't usually mind me. She doesn't usually mind me buying, a little bit here and there. But the problem is, like,
I can't hear you.
Since November, I've probably spent about $4,000 on gaming. So,
jeez,
she's when I go to ask her to buy something, she's kind of like, yeah, maybe not.
She ready to whoop your ass.
Yeah,
you spent $4,000 since November on gaming.
Yeah, on Black Friday, I walked out with an Xbox One X, a PlayStation 4 Pro, a PlayStation 4 Slim, an Xbox One S, a PlayStation VR.
What'd you hit the fucking lottery or something? And didn't share?
Jesus.
I got a back payment. So whenever I woke up on Black Friday to a $9,000 payment on my credit card.
Oh shit.
So I was like, all right, well, time to go.
It's the best time to do it.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, there's no way I would have been able to get all that, that day. But whenever they had a $9,000 back payment on my card, I was like, all right, let's go shopping. Like, so yeah, I mean, and a Switch that day. So yeah, I mean, it was I walked out with quite a bit of stuff. So whenever I ask to buy, whenever I go to buy something, I really try to ask her because I don't want her to think, well, I'm just running out and spending every bit of the money every single time that, we get some. So,
yeah.
Well, hey,
I was just messing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But she definitely does wear the pants. I mean, if she ain't happy, then nobody happy.
Okay. But I just got to answer Garuda Legends. He was asking me what my most two anticipated games were, but right now, that I could think of for 2018, which is God of War and Detroit.
Yeah. Same here.
So those are my picks, Garuda.
I'm hoping they do a collector's edition for the both of them, like give us like a little small look Android looking thing for the figure for Detroit, and put Kratos and Atreus on a boat for the collection for God of War.
Yeah.
So y'all, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all still think that Russell ain't coming out this year or nah?
What?
The cowboy shit, Rockstar.
Ain't that coming out later this year?
I think it's coming out next year.
Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, I think it's coming out 2018, man. I think they announced that.
They said it's supposed to.
I think it's the end of the year.
They postponed it to 2018, but we still haven't got any sort of release date or release window.
Yeah.
Well, no one knows Rockstar.
I think it's going to be close towards the end of the year.
They'll probably push it back. They'll probably push it back.
I think it's coming back to 2019. Because
I agree with you. If it's not late 2018, if it's not like holiday season 2018, it's definitely going to be 2019. I don't think it's coming out before the holiday though.
Right. It won't come
No,
out around like the multiplat. I mean the multiplayer era. 'Cause,
No,
you know, like
no.
November, December. That's
Yeah,
multiplayer.
I'm thinking around October time frame or 2019.
This bitch Ray trying to kill me. Get back, ho.
Who the hell you cussing at?
I'm sorry, I'm playing the game and Ray just came at me with the motherfucking lightsaber and cut my balls off. So I'm mad.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ. Yo,
Well, you better get some. You better get some a needle and thread to stitch them back on, or you ain't gonna be able to play.
Yo, Cologne, I need to add you on my PSN, by the way, man.
Yeah, add me, Joe. Everybody,
That's probably the best way to give me the game, anyways. You should probably just gift it through there. I think you can.
No, you can't gift it. You can't gift it.
Nah, I can't gift it because I already got it. They gonna be like, it's already. I already bought it already.
Mm.
They said, I could just send it to the PayPal, then you can just pay or whatever.
All right.
That's what I would. Damn, this bitch back again. Shit.
Leon, you too much. you better
You
watch
think I'm
out.
lying? I should have taped this shit and show you. She just chopped my shit off.
What? What is it, Elena Bobbitt?
Man, the force is strong in her.
You know, you keep talking about your shit getting cut off. I'm thinking it's Elena Bobbitt running around the video game.
Then he just frozen like, I can't make it tonight. Shout out to Frozen. Shout out to Craig. He getting his rib on.
Yeah, I ain't talking to Craig because he didn't bring no ribs back for us. He out there eating all those ribs, all you can eat for like $10.99, ain't giving us nothing. He out there enjoying himself, and he didn't come in here and at least go with his fingers or something.
Hey, make sure y'all know what I'm saying. Hit the homie up. Shit. My homie Sick Humor TV, man. His daughter is you know what I'm saying, she in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? He said she's doing good, but he said he wasn't gonna come. He's at the hospital with his daughter. So prayers to him and his family, you know what I'm saying, for speedy recovery for his daughter. So y'all rock with him on Twitter. Make sure y'all hit him up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did tell me that, you know, they just want to observe overnight to make sure everything was okay.
Right.
They couldn't make it, and I said that was fine. Your child comes first over anything.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, no, your children and your parents,
your whole family comes first,
right? But I don't have any children, so. But if I had a child, my child come first. My parents are definitely first, and anybody around me immediately comes first over anything. So, but no, he'll be here next week, you know. And I said my prayers for his daughter already, and I know she's gonna be fine. They just want her there for observation, which is what they do with children anyway. Right on. You know, I got a lot of nieces and nephews, so I know that's what they do. They want to keep them there, you know, overnight. Just in my opinion, sometimes there's not much wrong. They just want the extra money, but that's the medical system for you. But let's not go there. It's a different subject. Okay. But anyway, does anybody have anything they want to add?
I'm cool.
There is one thing before we all head off.
All right, go ahead.
It's mainly for the PC, but it is very interesting because
go ahead.
It's a huge project. So I don't know if any of you in here played the Fallout series.
Oh god.
But somebody is taking the Fallout 4 engine and recreating the entirety of Fallout New Vegas just with like better I guess graphics or whatever, because they're taking the other game and just completely like they're adding the perk system, pretty much everything. It's as if they recreated Fallout New Vegas with the Fallout 4 engine, like with better aiming, all that shit. There's a video on YouTube showing off the systems and gameplay. It has nearly 1 million views. It's only been up since January 1st, and the whole community of Fallout is going nuts over it. Personally, I love New Vegas with a passion. So this is like a fucking wet dream, right? Like, because the gunplay and the graphics and everything of New Vegas is kind of disgusting because it's using that same Fallout 3 engine, which wasn't that great to begin with. But it's interesting because like I've never seen a mod this big before. because there've been mods for like Skyrim, right, that add in DLC level content, but nobody's ever remade an entire game in another engine like this before. So it's an interesting thing. It's only really, I guess, interesting if you like New Vegas, you know what I mean, or I guess Fallout in general. So if I can get a proper video of it, I'll link it in there. It's if you've ever played New Vegas, you'll have a fucking wet dream over this. So it's interesting. So
I tried to play that shit before. I couldn't.
I just wanted to bring it up because it's really interesting. So
one more thing. Did y'all talk about they was talking about they was gonna start like supposed to be a disease or something that you play the game too much or some shit like that? I heard.
Oh, the mental health thing? Gaming is an addiction, or that's
shit crazy.
It's full of shit. And
apparently, it's been debunked though.
Yeah, well, it's the World Health Organization is going through with it no matter what, but it's been debunked by American Psychologists Association and other world leaders. I get not leaders, but their health organizations and the other worlds. But the World Health Organization has said that they are doing this simply because they are getting so much pushback from the Asian countries and for political reasons. Like, because I think the Asian countries, because they want to be able to address the people that sit inside those cafes and die.
Yeah, that shit's pretty bad over there.
Yeah, and so I think I don't think that their doctors there will address it. So they want the World Health Organization to, so that way they can, as a country, can eradicate that behavior. But it's going to have a serious load of implications here in America. Because as soon as your mom takes you to the doctor and says, if the doctor says, well, does he play video games? As soon as your mom says yes, well, that's his problem. It's going to become like how once ADHD became a diagnosis, every kid in America was diagnosed with ADHD. It's going to be the exact same thing with this shit.
Yeah, but when it comes to ADHD, they don't even realize you can't give your kids anything with red juice in it. Because the dye that they use in red juice has a bug thing in it that actually causes kids to have issues. And everybody gives red juices.
Like, I hate the fact that it stigmatizes a lot of young kids that don't have a problem.
It had nothing to do with gaming. They're using the gaming as an excuse.
Yeah, a lot of these times, these kids are probably appear addicted to video games. Basically, probably playing the video game for hours on the end to stay away from the problems they have in their home life. And
not only that, but they're also staying out the street. Where it's bad. Staying out the street.
Do what?
Amen.
There's some areas where people live, the streets are bad. So it's not only their home life, but it's to get them out, keep them out of the street so they don't get killed or hurt or get caught up in bullshit. Or,
I used to live in the ghetto when I was a kid. It was those video games that kept me off the streets, man. I could have rolled with some gangs back then. I was living in a ghetto, people. I ain't playing around. Gunshots, whores on the streets. I ain't kidding, man. It was some video games that kept me away from that shit, man. And good personal judgment, but either way, they helped me clearly. So, yeah, man, I'm living proof of that shit.
But see, that's what I'm saying. But they got these doctors out there that are just out for whatever. Oh, everything's about this, that, the other. All right, then if that's the case, get the fucking movies you got on the TV off, okay? Because I ain't gonna go there. You know what I'm talking about? What they're putting on in the movies right now, sexually, in not only one way, but another way that kids at a young age should not see. Let them determine what's going to happen with them when they get older. TV shouldn't determine that. And it's all they have. They have it in kids shows and all that other shit now. Come on. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're trying to influence these kids and then you say it's a video game. No. Video games, to me, sometimes helps kids. I hate to say it. It sometimes helps young teens and young adults in their 20s that are thinking to get into bullshit that say, no, let me just stay home and do this. Let me just entertain myself with a fighting game instead of fighting in the street. You know what I mean? Let me play Call of Duty instead of shooting in the street. They don't realize that. Sometimes this is therapeutic for people, because it is for me. When I go outside and people piss me off, I go and play a fighting game and whoop somebody's ass on the goddamn screen.
Just keep people from throwing their frustration. I'd rather know that somebody's getting on a game and calling people all kinds of all this stuff instead of going out and like killing somebody. Because
that's what I'm saying. I was going back on what Rambo said too, that they're going to use this as a reason that kids are doing things. No, it's not. No, it's not. Maybe for a small minority, because everybody has, there's always a small minority in everywhere that does something stupid, but it ain't the majority. So Rambo's right. They're going to use this as another way of saying, oh, well, kids shouldn't be playing, that's the reason they have an issue, because they're playing video games. No, I don't agree with that. But anyway, we're going to end this for tonight. We're going to do our outros. And I thank everybody for their added contribution tonight. I want to thank you all. I appreciate it. I had a great time. Corleone, you made me laugh a lot. Thank you.
Free Corleone.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to have to do a hashtag Free Corleone. Okay, we're going to do our outros right now. Rambo, go ahead.
You can come find me at Rambo's Corner on Twitter or on YouTube, and I guess I'm going to be going back and doing some more platinum. So,
are you doing your podcast tonight?
Oh yeah, I am doing a podcast tonight. The Game Talk podcast. You can come find me on YouTube at the Game Talk. We'll be there tonight. And
tell them what time.
Actually, about 30 minutes from now. So I mean, it's not going to be that much longer. So,
okay. Super Snow, go ahead, do your outro.
All right, y'all can hit me up on Twitter at SuperSnow15. Hit me up for that PSN, because that's where I'm going to be probably a whole weekend, just playing all these games. Homeboy over here is going to hook me up with that Nathan Drake shit, so I'm going to be on that all weekend. I've been waiting to play that for years, so yeah, man, hit me up, dude. We'll play games together. Chill out. That's what I always do, man. I chill and play games. That's what I do.
All right, I got a question. If you guys want Super Snow more often on the thing, send me a message. Send him a message saying be there more often, because he's got a lot to say.
I'll get my fine ass on here more. I'll do it for you.
Okay. And last but not least, we got Mr. Corleone.
Thank you, guys. 2018, we starting off on the right foot. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you check out everybody's channel. Check out mine. Free Corleone from Twitter.
Yeah, Free Corleone from Twitter.
Great show. Everybody, thank everybody in the chat for your support. Let's do it. And make sure you share this, and make sure you hit the like button. And y'all have a great weekend and be safe. And if you in the snow like me, stay warm, baby. Stay warm.
Did you have to say snow? I got snow here. I got drifts all over the place.
I got snow too.
I don't want the snow. It's too cold. But anyway, I want to thank
that's
everybody.
Fine. We don't want you either. That's fine. No, I understand how it is. No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
You keep that up, you're going to have to come dig me out. All right? All right, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second before we close this out. Hold on.
What the fuck she did? You had to come and dig me out. Y'all ain't peeping that shit. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all ain't listening. Is y'all listening? Is y'all listening? You gotta come over there with the shovel and shit. You know what I'm saying? You did.
Yeah. Corleone, you better say that right.
Yeah.
Don't say anything else. It's a shovel. The shovel.
Come over there with that shovel. You did.
Make sure you say that right. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, Corleone. Okay? All right? I'm telling you, don't get it twisted. But no, I want to thank everybody for joining. I think that we had an excellent podcast tonight. I do really appreciate everybody. On Block Podcast, watch Chuck and Dre. Watch Chuck and Dre on the Block Podcast. Also, okay, please do that. And of course, as usual, Fall Princess, and you're going to hit that like button, and you're going to check everybody else out on the panel. Okay, going to subscribe to them as well. And you know why? Because I said so. And you know why? Because you all love me. Later.
Uh-oh, somebody in trouble.